All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this free masterclass on emotional intelligence. I'm really excited to be with you today. And I want to start by asking you a question. Have you ever wondered what makes one person to excel in the organization better than the other person? Have you ever wondered what is responsible for greater career success? What makes a person a leader amongst many other leaders within an organization? What is the guarantee that somebody would ascend a promotion, a higher level, or even become the leader of a pack within an organization? That's one key you might have guessed. Well, is called emotional intelligence. And we are so delighted that as this year is starting off, we'd like to bring to you how to apply emotional intelligence in 2024, both for your career development, both for your business development, and for your personal development. So if you're joining our class today, we are really excited to welcome you. And in case you are just joining, maybe you met this video much later than the day we streamed live, and then you are just joining, we also say welcome to you. Emotional intelligence, many people have termed it a vague subject because they really don't know what is involved in emotional intelligence. When you tell somebody, what is it about emotional intelligence? They said, well, it has something to do with our emotions and stuff like that, but they don't know how to apply it in order to advance in their career, in order to advance in business, in order to become better versions of themselves. That is why I'll be welcoming you to this special class, and it's absolutely free. And we are really excited because we know that you're going to get a lot of value. Now, please, we'd like you to like, share, and subscribe to this channel so that you can get new videos whenever they are available. Please join us right now as we step into the world of emotional intelligence. My name is Dr. Ifoma Eze, and I am a senior emotional intelligence professional. I've done this for quite a number of years, and I'm an author. I'm also a school proprietress. Many things to many people, and you can read up on this slide much later. But let's go into the business of the day. Today, we're going to look at this learning objectives. We're going to be defining what emotional intelligence is all about. We are also going to list the importance and benefits of emotional intelligence in both our personal and our professional life. We are also going to describe the competencies or the components of emotional intelligence. We are also going to explain the applications of emotional intelligence to business and career growth so that you don't assume that what we are talking about here today is just a vague theory full subject. No, it is something you can apply to your everyday life. So let's delve into it. Let me start by asking you this question. When you think of emotional intelligence, what comes to your mind? Hold that thought. Emotional intelligence, or EQ, that's emotional quotient. So it's usually called emotional intelligence or emotional quotient. Is defined as having the ability to recognize, understand, and manage our own emotions, and also to recognize, understand, and influence the emotions of others in order to build an effective relationship. So whenever we talk about emotional intelligence, EI or EQ, I'd like you to understand that it's all about knowing the emotion, knowing how to use your emotion, knowing how to control your emotion, in the same way recognizing and knowing the emotions that others are portraying at a time, and knowing how to influence those emotions so that you can have an effective relationship with them. Just like that, as simple as that. So emotional intelligence is not a mystery subject. Even if it was a mystery subject to you, I believe that as at today, it is no longer a mystery subject because you must have gained lots and lots of knowledge. Now, if you're joining us on our YouTube channel, I'd like you to just drop some comments, okay? Drop something that tells me that you are listening. Drop something that tells me that you are following. Drop some comments, some points that reach out to you that make sense to you, something you can relate with. Let me know that you are following. Okay? Yes. All right. So emotional intelligence is also not an innate quality, which means it's not something that you have the moment you are born. You are not born with emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is something that you have to develop. So it's a skill. And like all skills, you have to develop it. You have to build it within yourself. Emotional intelligence is accepting that we only have control over ourselves and our behavior. The truth of the matter is that you may not be able to, you cannot decide what another person is going to do about an information they've received or about something that is happening in their lives. You cannot decide for them. As a matter of fact, you cannot even control them. What you can do is to control yourself. You can control your behavior. You can control how you relate with a person, irrespective of their behavior. So, emotional intelligence is sensibility, understanding that we cannot control the hand that life even deals us, but we can control how we react to it. It is commonly said that life is about 10% 10% what happens to you and 90% what you do about what happened to you. So if we bring this into emotional intelligence, we will understand that emotional intelligence is about giving grace to ourselves and to others also, because we need to understand that there is practically nothing we'll be able to achieve without relationship with others. It is commonly said, if you want to get something fast, you do it alone. If you want to do something, go somewhere far, you have to go with people. So if you want to achieve something great and tangible here on earth, you really have to learn how to interact with people. And without human relationship, we cannot achieve anything tangible, whether in our personal lives or in our professional lives. So emotional intelligence is something that we have to imbibe. One of the most common indicators of low emotional intelligence is the difficulty in managing and expressing our emotions. Our emotions can be all over the place. And if we are not careful, we don't manage it well, we can experience what we call an emotional hijack. I'll be coming to that in a short while. But can you consider the relationships you have with others? Can you consider the people that you've spoken with in the past? Can you consider the people that you work with? What do they usually say of you? How do they relate with you? How easy is it for you and them to communicate? How easy are you able to get work done, even in your organization? All of these things are reflections of what? Emotional intelligence. See, do you repeatedly blame others when things don't go as planned? Or do you take the responsibility? What do you do in times like this? Are you prone to outbursts? Do you begin to shout on everybody? Many of us may have witnessed when some people in the top government started fighting, and things like this should not be. So if you are not able to manage and control these emotions, it may be a sign that you have low emotional intelligence. But not to worry, low emotional intelligence is not a permanent situation, right? Because it's a skill, it's something you can develop. So if you're here today and you don't have it already, you can develop it. If you have it already, you can maintain it. And that is the beautiful good news. So in my view, emotional intelligence is the ability to understand the silent, unexpressed emotions of others, people that work with you, people that you do business with, people that you interact with. In fact, in many situations, people around you don't tell you that they are sorry, don't tell you they are angry, upset, jealous, even fearful. They don't tell you some of these things about you, right? But if you are able to understand the unexpressed emotions of other people, and then you behave with empathy towards them, I believe there will always be harmony, and then there will always be peace in your relationships. And for you to be able to do this, you have to understand your emotions. When you become aware of your emotions, you'll be able to understand the emotions of others. And I want to tell you this: no matter where you find yourself, no matter the organization you work in, no matter the environment, your business environment, the culture in your organization, there is need for us to have changing emotions to suit the situations we meet and to suit the people that we meet. If you have to be intentional about what kind of emotion you are projecting per time. So let me quickly share with you the importance and the benefits of emotional intelligence in personal and professional life. Emotional intelligence is so important, both in your personal life and also in your professional life. In your personal life, what are the ways that emotional intelligence is important? Number one, it will help you to have better and meaningful relationships with others. It's amazing. When you have quality or high emotional intelligence, you'll be able to relate well with others, because now you can recognize your emotions. Now you can understand your emotions. Now you can manage your emotions, and also you recognize the emotions of the people that are around you, and you can influence them positively to have a meaningful relationship. You can key in. There are people that they are highly intellectual. I know you may have met people like that. They are very intelligent, super intelligent, but very low on emotional intelligence. In fact, the difference between them and a robot is not much, because they are intellectual, but they are not relational. Okay? They believe in systems and in structures and in do's and don'ts, rules and regulations, and they leave out the human face. So it's important that you understand this about emotional intelligence, that it will make you have better and meaningful relationships with others. It will also improve your health. Amazingly, it will improve your health if you have high emotional intelligence, which means you can control your emotions. Some of this hate, bitterness, rancor, that envy, jealousy, pain, unforgiveness that can cause our health harm, will be away from. Because of that, your health will automatically improve. Research has it that there is a correlation between the way we are able to handle our emotions and our health. And that is so true. In the same way, stress has been the reason for so many kind of escalation of sicknesses in the lives of many professionals and even just regular people. So when you have high emotional intelligence, you'll be able to adequately manage your stress. You also have greater optimism and confidence. You know that tomorrow is certainly going to be better. You are hopeful about what's going to happen next. You also have greater, higher career success. I assure you, because you are a positive person, because you are emotionally intelligent, you exude vibes that whenever anybody sees you, they see confidence. They see you exude confidence, and this confidence that you show will eventually make your career successful, because you'll be able to deal well better and relate better with your colleagues, with your superiors, and with your subordinates equally. You also have social competence. It doesn't matter where you find yourself, you'll be able to stand strong, you'll be able to relate well with anybody, you'll be able to express yourself well. And this is a proof of what? A proof of your high emotional intelligence. In fact, you will also have improved decision making. You'll be able to make decisions with the right mind. You are not stressed, you are not burdened, you are in control of what you are feeling, you know what is going on in your mind, you know how you are feeling per time. Of course, you'll be able to make better decisions, unbiased decisions, decisions that are not based on the emotion of the moment. Okay, so you are not making a decision out of anger. Most decisions that we make out of anger never ever work out well. So in your professional life, emotional intelligence will also help you to experience greater leadership skills. You'll be that leader everybody wants to flock around. You have effective communication skills because you can control your emotions. You will not say what you mean, and then you mean what you say. So this will help you to communicate well. So you're able to, because you can control your emotions, you say what you really want to say in the way you want to say it without being solved. And there'll be less workplace conflict because you can control your emotions, and you and other colleagues within your organization can control your emotions. Workplace conflict will be minimized. I wouldn't say it will disappear entirely, because wherever human beings are, there would certainly be conflict, but it will be less. All right. So you also have better problem solving skills because you are in control. You can manage, you can recognize what you are feeling per time. You'll be able to solve problems in the same manner. And then there is increased likelihood of promotion within your organization. Amazing. Increased likelihood of promotion within your organization. Did I tell you that when you have emotional intelligence, that in fact, it will be easy for you to be promoted because you are the one people like, you are the one that the bosses like, you are the one the colleagues like. Everybody is practically rooting for your success because you are able to control, recognize, and also see things from people's perspective easily. There will be reduced staff turnover. Imagine all these organizations that keep turning over staff. Somebody comes today, works for 1 month, works for 2 months, and disappears. Another person comes. It's exhausting. And it is never good for any system, because people are coming in and you have to teach the person again. You have to do induction afresh. All of these things tend to affect the system. And if you are able to handle your emotions well, some of these things will not be. Okay, there will be increased team performance because you're a team leader. You can gather people together, you can do the work together with people, you work easily with people because you have high emotional intelligence. And then there'll be less occupational stress. Do you realize that there is something we call occupational stress? It comes from being the one working in a place where you are feeling stressed about the job. You no longer love what you do. You no longer love the work that you have found yourself to do, and it's stressing you, it's putting you off. Stuff like that can give you serious occupational stress. So these are the importance and the benefits of emotional intelligence in personal and professional life. Quickly, let me share with you the competencies and the components of emotional intelligence. We have some school of thoughts insist that we have just 4 competencies and components of emotional intelligence. The school of thought that I belong to believe that we actually have 5 competencies or components of emotional intelligence, and I'll be sharing those 5 with you today. So if you are watching and you believe in 4, good and fine, there's no argument here, but I want to add that 5th dimension because I believe that it makes it complete. So we have our self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, social skills, or relationship management. Anyone you call the both of them, it's fine. So if there's self-awareness, there's self-regulation, motivation, empathy, social skills, or relationship management. Please let me know that you are getting value from what I am teaching today. So keep dropping your comments. In fact, if you have questions, drop them now so that I can pick on them as soon as I am done. But don't wait till I'm done to ask your questions. So please go ahead and drop your questions. Go ahead and drop your comments if there are points that are being that are connecting with you. So go ahead and drop those points. If you're hearing me at all, I see so many people online, so please go ahead and drop the comments so that I know you are there and I can actually connect with you. All right, so let's talk about self-awareness. Self-awareness is the ability to identify your emotions and your emotional triggers. So it's not just about identifying what you are feeling. It's not just about identifying how you are feeling per time. It is also identifying what are those things that can trigger happiness in you, and what are those things that can trigger sadness in you, what are those things that can trigger inferiority in you, and what are those things that can trigger confidence in you. When you understand these things, wow, you would have become a very self-aware individual. Being aware of your feelings helps you to understand how others might perceive your emotions, so that others look at you and then what vibes are you giving out? Because whether we are aware or not, we are giving out vibes everywhere we find ourselves. Have you heard people say that this guy is the light in every room, this lady is the light in every room? When there are people that when they come in, they bring in joy, they bring in an atmosphere of you can do, and people love to flock around people like that. Everybody likes to flock around somebody that makes them feel good about themselves. So you might use self-awareness even at your workplace and to understand how you are being viewed by your colleagues, your co-workers, by the clients that you do business with, and by even your managers. So self-awareness is key. Understand yourself. How are you feeling at the moment? I'd like to ask you watching this video right now, how do you feel? What's going on your inside? Why did you choose to watch this video at this time? So that is self-awareness. When you're able to tune into yourself, some of us like to tune into others. But first of all, if you must be good at tuning into others, you must have perfected the art of what? Tuning into your own self. All right, so let's talk about the second competency and component of emotional intelligence, and that is the self-regulation. Now, understanding your emotion is not enough if you can't control it. Okay, so self-regulation is the ability to control and adjust your emotions in order to create a more positive attitude. Being in control of your feelings is essential in any situation because your emotions strongly affect other people, whether you are conscious of it or not. So you might control your emotions on the job by adjusting your feelings to keep up a professional appearance in front of clients. Maybe something went wrong in the office that day. You don't have to let it out on your client. You don't have to project, there's something we call transferred aggression. You don't have to transfer your aggression on your clients. You have to be in control of what you are feeling per time. And I say this is a necessity if you must avoid emotional hijack. I said this earlier that I was going to come back to it. Emotional hijack is a situation whereby your emotions have taken over. All right. So your head is no longer ruling. Your decisions making skills are coming from the place of emotion, not from your place of reason. Now, it is terrible, very terrible to just make decisions based on emotions. Rather, you should make your decisions based on your reasons. When there's an emotional hijack, your emotions have taken over. It's just like an abduction. Your emotions abduct your decisions. Your emotions kidnap your entire decisions, and you're no longer the one making those decisions for yourself. Now that you have known what self-awareness is, you have known what self-regulation is, let me introduce one more concept. It's called motivation or self-motivation. Now, when we talk about motivation, self-motivation, it is the urge, the willingness, and the desire to do something for yourself. And it relates to emotional intelligence because your desires can promote different feelings towards what you do. Do you know that it takes self-motivation to start a course in the university and finish it? It takes self-motivation for you to be watching this video right now. I'm sure you had many other things you would have watched at this time. I'm sure you may have focused on maybe your work-related business or meetings. I'm sure you may have decided to, even if you are on leave on holiday, you may have chosen to Netflix and chill. But you chose to watch this video because you felt that there's an urge, there's a willingness and a desire that by the time you watch this video, something would have been added to you. And that is what we call self-motivation. It is self-motivation that will make you wake up in the morning and go to work and go to the same job for 5 years, for 10 years, for 15 years, for 20 years, and keep going. That is self-motivation. And the wonderful thing is that nobody can do this for you. People can can motivate you externally, but intrinsic motivation, internal motivation is what will keep you longer on the job, is what will keep you longer till you get your promotion, is what will keep you longer till you achieve your results. Self-motivation is an essential need for fulfilling your own inner desires, your goals, your aspirations, and your vision. For example, having a desire to complete all your daily tasks successfully might be displayed as an intrinsic motivation to your employer, and it's a way of fulfilling your own inner desires and goals equally. So self-motivation is a component, a major component of emotional intelligence. Empathy is the fourth component or competency of emotional intelligence. Empathy. Empathy is usually different from sympathy. People talk about sympathy and then empathy. They're not the same thing. When it comes to sympathy, you are feeling for somebody. All right. But when it comes to empathy, you are feeling with somebody. And I can assure you that feeling with somebody is usually deeper and more intimate than feeling for somebody. So empathy is the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes in order to feel what they feel. Think about them. During the fuel hike in our country here, there was prices of fuel price of fuel was on the increase. Some organizations started adding extra money for their staff to be able to come to work. Some others brought out shuttle buses that will help their staff to come to work. This is emotional intelligence in display through the competence of empathy. Empathy can help you to solve problems more effectively by understanding the needs, understanding the perspectives, and the emotions of the people involved. If you are a good boss within your organization, you will understand what's happening in the world. You understand how is it affecting the people that I work with. And then when you bring yourself to that point where you can relate with them, you will be a wonderful, wonderful leader. In fact, even if you're not a leader, even if you're just a co-worker, empathy will help you to have excellent relationships with the people that you work with. It will make them perceive you as somebody to look up to. Empathy will help you to resolve conflicts in the workplace. It will help you to build trust. It will help you to build rapport with others. It will even help you to generate more creative and diverse solutions to problems within your workplace. In fact, empathy is the ability to identify and understand the feelings of another person. Understanding the feelings of others allows you to handle workplace situations more effectively. For instance, when a coworker is showing signs of dismay, you can react with empathy and ask the person, what's happening? What's wrong with you? What's the challenge? Is anything the matter? Things like that, as little as they are, can even stop staff turnover. When you react with empathy to somebody, towards somebody, you can now step in to alleviate the situation that might have become worse because you are highly emotionally intelligent. I believe you are getting lots and lots of value. And I want you to listen attentively. If you just joined and instead of just scrolling and fast forwarding the video, please go back to the beginning so that you can really grasp the full content of this emotional intelligence class. The last one, the last competency or the last component of emotional intelligence is what I call social skills and relationship management. Now, when you have been able to become self-aware, you can now self-regulate. You're also able to motivate yourself. Then you can tune into other people. Now, when you're able to be aware, that's what we call social awareness or empathy. When you're able to be aware of what other people are feeling, then and only then will you be able to know how to relate with them. If you know that a colleague is sick, if you know that a colleague is not feeling well, how then do you relate with them? This is what will give you your social skills and relationship management. So social skills are the tools of emotional intelligence used to communicate and interact with other people. So everything we have been saying on the competencies is driving us to this point so that you can have stronger social skills, you can have stronger relationships, you can effectively communicate with people, you can communicate with them with respect. See, social skills will allow you to listen, to speak, and to resolve conflicts more effectively. Social skills can be used in the workplace to develop your career and are very essential tools for leaders everywhere. Now, having said all of these things about emotional intelligence, how do we apply it? It is not theory. All right. It is not just something head knowledge. It's something that is very practicable. How do we apply it to our business and our career growth? I have a business I'm running. I have a career I'm working on. How do I apply it in my career or business? I don't know how many of you have recently seen, like in my country, this is for just those who are in Nigeria. You have seen MTN and Airtel produce similar adverts. They bring out a yellow hand symbolizing the hand of MTN and the red hand symbolizing the hand of Airtel, and they're like holding themselves and say, let's work together, let's do this together. These things are when emotional intelligence comes into business, you can even relate with your competitor. It's true, you both of you are still competing for the market, but you bring a human face to it, all right? So let us see the different ways. Believe you me, Emotional intelligence is a course on its own. It's not something that you just grasp all of it in just a few minutes, but we're just doing our best to bring it to you in a few minutes, okay? Just an overview. But these are the practical ways that you can apply emotional intelligence in your business and in your career, because it will guarantee unprecedented business and career growth. Your business will grow if you become more emotionally intelligent, if you know how to relate with your customers, you know how to relate with your clients, you know how to relate with your staff, you know how to relate with your co-workers, you know how to relate with your subordinates or your superiors, you will have unprecedented business and career growth. Another one is excellent customer service. Have you seen situations whereby clients are complaining? In fact, in this era of social media, you cannot joke with emotional intelligence, because people are now calling organizations out. Somebody can just go and tweet about your organization. You are finished. Some time ago, somebody tweeted about a tomato paste that was tasting sugary. And the person was like, is this sugar they put in tomato paste? Before you knew it, everything went viral. People started avoiding that product. It is this serious. So if you're a business person, if you have a career path you want to build, it's essential that you pay great attention to emotional intelligence. In fact, intentional product development. See Coca-Cola, what they keep doing, they keep rebranding themselves, they keep reintroducing themselves to the market in new ways. How many of you remember when Coca-Cola started putting individual names on the bottles? Many people, someone like me that who doesn't take Coca-Cola. In fact, I started looking for Coca-Cola bottle with my name on it. And when I picked it up, in fact, the taste looked more powerful. It looked like a personal gift from heaven to me. It looked like it was more precious. It tasted different from other Coca-Cola bottles just because my name was on it. This is the work of emotional intelligence. You can personalize gifts. You can personalize gifts. You can introduce intentionally, develop products that meet the needs of people of your clients. You have to listen. Remember, I said that emotional intelligence is about recognizing your own emotions and then recognizing the emotions of others. What are people feeling? What do people need? When you are this conscious, you'll be surprised at what kind of product you will develop, and then your business will skyrocket. Better pricing. If you understand, in fact, for most products here in my country, they now understand we cannot increase prices. So what then do we do? They are repackaging their products, they're reducing the content and leaving it at the same price so that people can still get that same product. It's just about listening. It's just about being attentive. Okay. Emotional marketing is another thing. Let me tell you, people buy things first by their emotions before they buy by reason. Let me say this again. People will purchase your product first by emotions before they do so by reason. So it's important that you introduce emotional intelligence into marketing. Listen to what people are saying, tune into what they are saying, see things from their perspective, and only then will you be able to market to them properly so that you don't market like a robot. All right. So another application of emotional intelligence to business and career growth is that you are able to lead, if you have effective leadership with a human face. All right, effective leadership with a human face. So if you're just joining us, please do well to drop some comments. Let us know you are here. Let us know what is speaking to you, what is connecting with you. What do you think? Do you have something to add? Any contribution? Go ahead and do that in the comment section. And if you have a question, quickly go and ask. We have a panel of experts in our comment section waiting for your questions, and they are ready and equipped to give you the answers that you need. All right. And then don't forget, these teachings are all coming to you from the Integrated Institute of Professional Management. And we are here to give you lots and lots of information that will increase, that will give you higher performance and increase your business and career. All right, and help you to achieve great business and career growth. All right, so continuing from what we are talking about on the applications of emotional intelligence to business and career growth, we said that you'll be an effective leader with a human face, and also in the organization, people have a sense of belonging. They want to say, this organization is our organization. We belong here. This is a family. It's more than an office, it's a family. When people begin to do that, it's because the leaders have emotional intelligence and are maximizing it. Let's talk about another one. Do you want to excel at an interview? Develop your emotional intelligence. Do you know how wonderful it to be your interviewer coughs and you came for an interview with an extra handkerchief, a brand new unused handkerchief, probably wrapped? You have gotten that job. See, what may give you that job may not even be your qualification or your dressing or your confidence, but just that you showed emotional intelligence through empathy. So you can excel at interviews, you can excel even in your current role, you can propel your career to new heights simply because of emotional intelligence. With emotional intelligence, you can beat your competitors at the marketplace and even in the business environment. With emotional intelligence, you foster collaborations, like I was talking about the MTN and Airtel stuff, and then even the corporate culture, innovations in the workplace, all of these things can be made possible through emotional intelligence. In case while listening to us, you became interested in this subject, I'd like to encourage you to attend a paid course of emotional intelligence. In fact, you can even charter in emotional intelligence. Do you know that? In IIPM, we offer such value to you. So we want to encourage you, go and study deeper. When you enroll for the emotional intelligence course, you will see deeper things than what we have shared with you today. So as I begin to wrap up, I'd like you to apply emotional intelligence in 2024. In order to apply emotional intelligence in 2024, I'll just drop with you the 3 C's of emotional intelligence. This is how I begin to wrap up. Now, 3 C's of emotional intelligence. Don't forget this. The 3 C's of emotional intelligence are consciousness, compassion, and connectedness. Can you say it to me? Consciousness, compassion, and connectedness. I know that I can't see you, but I know you can hear me. So can you say it with me one more time? Consciousness, compassion, and connectedness. So for consciousness, you have to be mindful of your emotions. You have to be self-aware so that you can also identify how your emotions impact others. You also have to be conscious of the emotions of others so that you don't behave in a certain way. Somebody said, this is how I was born. This is how I was created. Nobody can change me, but listen to me. That's how you were born. That your attitude is affecting another person. It's making another person unhappy. It's making another person uncomfortable. And this is why you have to intentionally and deliberately make sure that you are conscious of the way you display and express your emotions. Number 2, you have to be compassionate. Being compassionate is also being empathetic towards others. Have the ability to identify with and understand the wants, needs, perspectives, and viewpoints of those people around you. When you understand others, when you are being a bit more empathetic towards others, you'll be surprised at how much career success you can have. You'll be healthier, you'll be happier, you have meaningful relationships, and have likelihood of being promoted equally. You will also be able to influence others. It was George Banner who said that leadership is influence. And how do you influence somebody? Because before you can touch their heart, before you can touch their hand, you must first and foremost touch their heart. So learn to touch the hearts of people so that you can touch their hand. Touch their heart so that their hands can move for your vision. Now, the third one is connectedness. So consciousness, compassion, and connectedness. Connectedness will help you to connect with others. It is your ability to get on with others. It's usually easy to talk. Everybody likes to talk. Talk is cheap, but it's usually easy to talk to. With connectedness, it will make it easy for you to talk to and like people, because you have good social skills, which is a very high sign of emotional intelligence. So these are the few things we decided to bring your way in this masterclass. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really excited we're able to bring this for you. We have a panel of experts in the background. You can see some of their comments in the background. They are here for you. You have any questions, you can drop your questions. We will eventually actually get back to you sometime later after this video. So thank you so much for watching. Please do us a favor, like, share, and comment. Like, share, and comment, and most importantly, subscribe to this YouTube channel. It is called IIPM International. Subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you can benefit from all the videos we'll be dropping. I also want you to click on the notification bell. That way you would always get fresh videos whenever we drop them. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, I am Dr. Mrs. Ifeoma Eze from Integrated Institute of Professional Management. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye-bye.